to the Hay Meadow. My name is Hayley. I know that I haven't introduced myself the last couple of videos. However, if you're following Vlogmas, then you may have already seen me. So hello and welcome to day 4, which means we are on a Dahlia Sewciety box today. We're on package 2, gift number 2 for the Dahlia Sewciety, and of course our craft advent. So you've probably already seen my twirls coming along there. So this is the Pattern Emporium lounge dress. I made this one yesterday. This is the twirl version. I'm really happy with it. I'm happy with the length of it. I wasn't sure how long it would be. I've used a cotton elastane that I got from Spotlight on their markdown table a few months ago. This is a May Gibbs print of the Gumnut babies, and I think these are called the Wattle Blossom babies. Very cute. Not sure if it's a public wearable dress, however it's definitely an at-home dress, no problems at all. I think in a drapier fabric, I'd probably, it's not that I don't like the bottom, it seems a bit full, that's all. So I think it would be a bit more drapier. It'll sit a bit nicer down the bottom. In saying that, I am not unhappy at all with it. I also think I can see one in like a navy, with just a plain navy with a white band, like pocket band. I did pockets, you'll see I did pockets, with white pocket and neck bands. I think would give a real sporty look with a pair of little white sneakers. I think that would look really cool. So you'll see that I'm outside again today. I have changed the orientation because after the last one I did outside, where I had the sun coming behind me, it was a bit dark. Nobody said anything, there were no complaints, but I did notice that it was a little bit dark. So I figured I would turn around and you could see the outside of the sewing room. I've done a little bit of Christmas decorating, as you can see. So yeah, so we're outside today, and I thought I would give you an update tour of the garden so you can see the things that have changed, the other things that we've done since the last tour I gave you a few months ago. I don't even remember when that was. So yes, now I have a confession to make. It's been a while. However, I've already done my unboxing, and I forgot to turn the microphone on. So I was a bit disappointed when I went around the back of the camera to turn the microphone off, only to discover that I hadn't actually turned it on. Okay, so here we go with the Dahlia Sewciety's box, and a huge thank you to Kristen, Phoebe, and of course Dawn for all their hard work. This is an absolutely beautiful box. Everything is gorgeously wrapped, and number 2 is right on the top here in our lovely little snowflake packaging. And can I work out what it is? I can tell it's something definitely in a box, but you know, who knows? It could be anything for all I know. The box smells lovely, so it could be this, it could be anything. So although my smell is coming back, and I feel like I go on about this all the time, so yeah, anyway, that's enough about the smell. I can tell it is definitely a box. So we are almost there, pulling it out the bag now, and here we go. Oh, and it is an absolutely gorgeous little hand soap. So this is a Gingerbread House limited edition Christmas soap, ginger, cinnamon and nutmeg, by the Australian Natural Soap Company. So they are located in Melbourne, and these are handmade, and it absolutely smells divine. It's got none of the nasty things in there, so it's palm oil free, cruelty free, it's vegan, it's sulfate free, and it's biodegradable. So that is fabulous. I'm really going to enjoy that. I actually am a soap user. I prefer soap over body wash and stuff like that. So I use all of the little soaps that I get in these boxes. So, okay. So that's the Dahlia Sewciety one done and dusted for today. I'm glad I didn't bring them out until the last minute because Yeah, it's a bit warm out, I can tell you that. Okay, so down with the drawbridge of the Kadink calendar, the craft calendar from Officeworks, as I search for number 4, and we've found it. We are mountain climbing today. Now, I'm actually using my left hand, so I've got this set up on the opposite side today, and I'm right-handed. However, I seem to be doing a much better job with my left hand than I do with my right hand. Perhaps I'm a secret lefty and I didn't even know about it. Anyway, let's see what we've got in here. Oh, we have some candy cane wrapping there. Beautiful. Get that back together. Up with the drawbridge. And we'll pop that one aside. Okay, beautiful, number 4 with the candy cane. Don't know why I put my hand up there. Totally wasn't needed, but there you go. Oh, here we go. What have we got in here? Looks like I'm building again. So we have lots of little wooden parts that go together. I can see that there's, it looks like a roof, something like that. So let's have a look and see what the instructions tell us that we are building. Okay, yep, we're definitely building a house of something like a little gingerbread house. Very cute, look at that. So we've got little snowman out the front, little gingerbread looking house, some little Christmas trees. So it looks like I'm busy this afternoon. Now I did get a brown texture with that one as well, so I'll see how it goes on the wood. Otherwise I might actually go and get some proper textures and give that a go. So there we go, some wonderful gifts there again. Thank you to the lovely ladies at the Dahlia Sewciety, and also fabulous little house from our craft advent. Now, so I guess we are on to the garden tour. I'm going to go and grab a hat and probably have a cold drink first. Did I tell you what the temperature is going to be today? So I've had a look today. We're expecting about 34 degrees Celsius today, so a bit of a warm one. I've also had a bit of a look ahead to sort of gauge what Christmas Day might be, and it looks like it's going to be a nice day. It's only going to be about 24 degrees, so that's fantastic. Of course, I'm talking Celsius. If you need to convert that, then pop onto Google. That can do it for you. So with that, I will say see you tomorrow for day 4, and we are back to the Beyond the Pink Door Advent. And I did see just before that the day 4 ebook page has unlocked, so I'm really pleased. I'll probably go and have a look at that as we eat lunch. So I will see you tomorrow for day 4 of Vlogmas. Bye. Hello again, welcome to my kitchen. You'll hear the sweet rumblings of the washing machine in the background there. One thing I did forget to mention when I was showing my twirls is that you'll see that I've worn my stepping out thongs for the twirls. Now, Aussies will understand what that is. It's not my underwear. I'm definitely wearing my full brief underpants. It's actually my shoes, my flip-flops or my jandals or whatever you may call them. We call them thongs here, and we call the other thing G-strings. So anyway, I thought I would just point that out, that I got dressed up for you. But I've got my hat, I've got my sunglasses, I've had a drink, and I'm about to go and take you outside for a look around. Okay, so here we go. I've got my sunnies and my hat here. I'm just going to pop those on. Oh, they're warm. I'm also going to take my basket so that I can collect some lettuce for sandwiches for lunch. That there is a ball launcher that we use for Freya because she is ball mad. Okay, so we've just come out of the sewing room. So first off, you'll remember this area here. We planted some handkerchiefs and they are growing really well there on the line. So you'll see those bricks there as well. We'll talk more about those a bit later. Here we go. Here's the rest. You'll recognise that area there. Maybe I'll show you the cobwebs on the exercise machine there. I'm sure everyone's got one of those. Now, you'll recall this area, Chris has started to sort of dig that out. So we've dug some of the plants out of there. The rest of it we're not worried about because it's all going. That's going to all be pulled out and we'll be going. So that over there happens to be my motorbike. A few years ago, a number of years ago now, I thought I might get my motorbike license. So I got a motorbike, as you do, got all the stuff, all the gear and no idea. And yeah, so I'm going to sell it. So there is our new fence. Have a look at that beauty. Doesn't that look excellent? So we'll come down here. This is Freya's pool. Now Freya isn't here today. She is at doggy daycare. There is a lovely mint there. There's the fence coming around more. Now Chris has actually, this area here used to have a metal water tank in there. We are going to put a new water tank in there. So he's pulled the old one out. We've put that down in the chicken palace for the chickens when they come, and he's trimmed up that tree there. So coming around, you'll recognize this from my twirls. That bush still hasn't sort of taken much. Not sure if you saw this mint last time. It wasn't doing very well, so we've pulled it out here and it's going really well now. Some trees here. So okay, so we're starting to get into the new area. So this is a jacaranda tree here that is blooming purple at the moment. You might be able to see those flowers there. And our native frangipani there with the yellow flowers. Smells divine when I can smell it. Okay, so here in this pot, and we'll talk about the other stuff in a minute, this pot here is kiwi berry. So this is a vine, and we'll get some kiwi berries off of there. They're nothing like kiwi fruit. I think they've actually got a pineapple-y type of taste. So, and then Chris has manicured, well not really, but trimmed up this tree here. There's our cranes and our little bird bath that Chris has put in. So once again, this was another find from the mountain of dirt. It had a big break in it, so Chris has done some magic and fixed all that up. We've put it in, and the birds love it of an afternoon. You can hear them come in. There's the navel orange, that's doing really well, and the miniature bougainvillea. Okay, so we'll head down this way. I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure all of this was painted last time I brought you around. So this here is just some accumulated stuff, some debris from things that have been pulled out and taken down. We'll see some of that in a minute. Okay, so what I think we'll do is we'll do a walkthrough of the garden first and give you a bit of an overview. So I'll just drop my basket. Actually, I'll drop it down near the lettuce because that's what I want. So a few changes. Coming down here, I'll just drop the lettuce, the basket here. I'll turn around and I'll stand in the shade for a bit. So we've made a few changes. And now I will come back and we will talk about them. So we're going to start over here in this closed off area. Now you might be wondering what on earth we've closed off this area for. Well, we've closed it off because Freya likes to jump into the lower garden beds. So in this one, and I'm not sure if these were here the last time, so in this one down here we have garlic chives, normal chives, spring onions and carrots. So I learned a valuable lesson with the carrots, that you really do need to separate them and not plant them all together, because we have harvested from the center there and those ones were all bunched, and you can kind of see in here, hopefully I can't actually see, You can see that funky ones going in there. Yeah, there was a lot of that going on because I hadn't separated them. Now, Chris has also built this cage over the strawberry pots. So these two new pots here, they were an addition last weekend to join the other one so that we could have more strawberries basically. And he's had to build this cage because we would be watching the strawberries ripen and then overnight they would disappear as soon as they turned red. So I'm going to come in here. Okay, so in this first one here we have some summer button squash, and you can see those, hopefully I'm in the right area. Oh, there we go, that's better. You can see those coming up there. So we've already had a good feed off of a lot of these. Then we do have some cucumbers in here. So all of these here are all the button squash. Not sure if our cucumber is surviving very well. In here we have a zucchini. Now you can see that there is some powdery mildew happening. We had an enormous rainstorm last week, and yeah, so that was to be expected. And here we have an enormous abundance of tomatoes. Now when we planted everything, we were just sort of like, well, we'll give it a shot, see how we go. And we are going really well. So we'll have a look in here and see if you can see the absolute bumper crop of tomatoes. So there are a bunch of different types in here. There are cherry tomatoes, there are large tomatoes. There's all kinds of going on in there. There are some red ones down in here on the other side, but so yeah, so we're going to have to learn how to make passata, tomato sauce, all kinds of stuff. That's our next venture actually, into preserving. Go here. Okay, so we're out of the dog compound, and oh look, there we go, there's more tomatoes just ripening up beautifully there. Come around here and you can just see them all. Oh, I can see some more. Hopefully you can see those. In there. Beautiful. And there are just heaps of them all the way through. Now, just in case that wasn't enough tomatoes, we also over here put our first tomatoes in. Now, I do believe you will have seen these. Try and get past without knocking the tomatoes off. Now, you will recall these two beds because we had already put them in. So we've got tomatoes in there as well. And as you can see, again, absolutely chock-a-block full. Now, what else we have in here is silver beet. Now, I'll pop in a picture of what the silver beet looked like last weekend. So not yesterday, the one we've just had, but the previous one. We had, I think, 6 silver beet in here, could have even been more, and these are 2 that had sprung off from the sides that we kept, and the yellow one there which is slowly losing its colour. So we've planted a couple more silver beet. We just couldn't keep up, and you'll get an idea of how that's been when we get to the next bed, which is our lettuce bed or salad leaves. So, oh, there's a little bee. Hello, little bee. So this is our lettuce bed. So we've got a bunch of different styles in here. Up the back here we have cos lettuce. Then through the centre we have some oak leaf just here and here. These are a more butter lettuce, a curly type butter lettuce. There's a coloured one in there. Some more. This one is actually bolting, but that's fine. You can still just pick the leaves. So these are all, you just pick from the outer and they continue. So they're an ongoing type of lettuce. So they have been wonderful. We have been eating from there for weeks. Oh, there's a stinging nettle there. Okay, so here, right, we've got a new bed that we put in a couple of weeks ago. So this bed here is actually for berries. So you can see the frame that we've concocted. So that's 2 fence posts or fence panels, and then we've just put strung wire between them. And so up this end we have a boysenberry, and then up the other end we have a raspberry. So they will grow up and along and be absolutely wonderful. Now in the middle here, this one here and this one here, they are rhubarb. I'm not a fan, but Chris is, so we've planted them for him. So we're looking forward to some jam, stewed berries, beautiful. Okay, now you'll recall this bed. Now previously we had, what do we have in there? Cabbage, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, broccoli. We got a great feed from the broccoli. I harvested all of those and blanched them and then froze them. So I think we've got 1 packet of those left for a meal. We also got potatoes out of here. So all these here, this here is all self-seeded potatoes. So they've sprung up again, so we'll just let them go. Now, what else have we got in here? These 2 up the back here, they are a couple of more cos lettuce. These 2 here are kale, and something seems to be eating those, so we'll have to see how they go. We haven't weeded some of these beds, as you can probably see, but there you go. We've got some red cabbage, these 4 in the center here. What did we put there? I don't remember what they are. Oh, hang on. Oh, some more silver beet. So we've got some more silver beet in here. Over here, and I don't think that is one. I'm not sure what that is, but we've got some peas in here. I've got to train those by the looks of it. And then up on this side, we've got some beans. Okay, and then over this side, we have some more squash. So if we have a look under there, you can see some more squash coming along. Oh, look at those in there. Yum-oh. And then another, so this here, now this, and there's another one next to it. These are actually another type of zucchini. They're a round type. Now the 2 that you can see are actually sacrificial. So there's this one and there's another one on the other plant. So the little critters can eat their heart out and they'll actually leave the other ones that are growing alone. So I've not long picked those. So, and in here, you can never have too many squash. We really like squash and zucchini here. So we've got a good few of them growing. Now on the other side of this bed, we have some rocket all through here, and then these are radish. So they're looking a bit wilted. They were, so you can see that Chris has put irrigation in, so that comes on its dripper irrigation. That way you're not losing a lot out to just the environment. It's going directly where. Hello, and we are back. We had a bit of a heat issue with the phone shut down, so I had to go inside for a little bit and let it cool down. I don't remember what I was talking about, but I was talking about the irrigation. So Chris has put all of the beds, as you may have seen, under irrigation, so that's just fabulous. Now you may recall that over here on the fence, or behind the money tree actually, the jade, was another bougainvillea. Well, that pile there is the remnants of the frame that it was on, and that's been pulled out. So at the moment we've just got our little compost bins there. However, you might see that there is actually some breeze blocks, Besser blocks, whatever you'd like to call them, over here, and they are sort of marking it. Well, they're not really, because they're not in, they were better than that. Chris is actually marking out to put in a greenhouse. So I'll pop some pictures in of the style of greenhouse that he's looking at, but we figure this area here, we may take the jade plant out. I would like to keep it, we shall see. But yes, so now you'll notice that the fence finishes there, so it has turned a corner, and all this line, including behind the chicken palace there, will be done in the new year sometime, maybe around March or so, once the weather gets a bit cooler. Okay, so we have the dog's lawn, little wood shed, pile of stuff as you do, the chicken shed. You can actually see Chris has put the tank in there, connected it all up, so that will water the chickens when they come sooner or later. Okay, now this weekend just gone, now I had planted in this area here some sunflowers, but they haven't done anything, they haven't sprung up. So I have planted in there an array of different flowers and also some herbal, some medicinal plants. So yes, so they should be sprouting in the next few weeks, and that is only for temporary, because we're going to extend Chris's shed, his workshop there. We're going to extend that out here for a music room and like a clean electronics type workshop as well. So that's in the future, not tomorrow. Now over here, the lemon tree is doing well. That's this one here, and you'll see that dotted through there are some aloe plants which have flowered. So they have been moved from this area here. So we've pulled out some of those and put them all through here. And I've also started planting some other medicinal herbs in here. Please remember that it is summer. We are 4 days into summer here in Australia. It's 34 degrees today. It's just after lunchtime. Things are looking a bit wilted, so they will look fine first thing in the morning. But we've got some chamomile, and what else did I plant in there? I want to say yarrow, but I'm not sure if it is yarrow. We have basil here in a pot, which keeps breaking, and that was our original basil, but that one, yeah, we don't seem to be having much luck with basil. Here is our rosemary bush. You may recall seeing that originally, so that's grown well. And our parsley there. As you can see, there's more of those succulent types there. We've got some sage in here. And we are back. So, back into the cool. It was warm. Oh, so I haven't shown you these two. So, I've got a couple of new pot plants. This one is, oh, what one is that? Oh, tansy, that's right, that's a tansy. This one over here is a pyrethrum. Both of those have like bug and mosquito repelling qualities about them, so that's why we've put them there. But of course this is the entry into the kitchen, so sometimes flies and that can gather there. So we do have a bug zapper there, but we just thought we'd put in some natural remedies as well. And then this one is called arthritis plant. So learning all of my plants and things like that. Oh, here's another one that may look familiar. Anyone remember that one? Looking familiar there? And there we go. And now we're heading back into, oh, actually, these bricks here, they will be the base for the greenhouse. So something to look forward to seeing. So there you have it. There is the update of where we're at in the garden. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow for day 4 of Vlogmas. Bye.